This is the perfect moment the Shiba Inu community has been waiting for. The developers of Shiba Inu just dropped an unexpected leak that no one saw coming. A massive secret has now been revealed, and it could completely change everything for this project. Trillions of Shiba Inu tokens have suddenly started moving across the network, and the legendary dream of reaching 1 cent feels like it might be closer than we think. What exactly is happening here, and why is everyone in the crypto world talking about it? Let me break it all down step by step. First, let's begin with a clear disclaimer. The Shiba Inu development team has made a surprising announcement, one that has already sent shockwaves throughout the community. This isn't a small teaser, nor is it a casual update like we've seen in the past. This is something that has the potential to reshape the trajectory of Shiba Inu as a whole. From what's being hinted at, the scope of this development could take the token's price to completely new levels, potentially removing zeros from its valuation and maybe even pushing us closer to that long-desired 1 cent milestone. But the real twist is that this update is only one part of the story. Because alongside this announcement, we've seen trillions of tokens suddenly move on the blockchain. That's not the type of event that occurs without reason. It typically signals major accumulation, strategic whale positioning, or preparations for something significant. Now you may be wondering, has any of this actually started showing up on the charts yet? According to analysts closely watching Shiba Inu, the charts are beginning to tell a fascinating story. While Shiba Inu did take a recent dip, dropping about 15% from its July peak, this move isn't unique to SHIB alone. The entire altcoin market, including giants like Ethereum and Bitcoin, has been cooling down after the explosive run that took place in June. Traders have been taking profits, leading to a temporary pullback. But here's where things get very interesting. Despite this dip, Shiba Inu has managed to find a solid footing at a historically strong support level. That stability alone is giving traders confidence, but the technical patterns forming on the chart are where the real excitement begins. One key pattern spotted by analysts is known as the cup and handle, which is traditionally seen as a strong bullish signal. If this pattern fully plays out, it could indicate a move upwards of 60% from current price levels. And that's just the beginning. Another technical pattern forming is a double bottom, which is often a precursor to a bullish reversal. If this setup confirms, Shiba Inu could climb back to the same highs we witnessed earlier this year. That alone would be a massive victory for holders who have remained patient during the downturn. Of course, no market ever moves in a straight line. If Shiba Inu were to slip below its support, the bullish setup could weaken. But for now, the signs remain promising and the token is holding strong even while the broader market remains uncertain. Now let's shift back to the big reveal from the development team. A Shiba Inu affiliated account on X, called Shibaswap, recently made a post that sparked intense discussion across the community. This wasn't just another update, it was a message directed straight at the Shiba Inu army. The focus was on BONE, one of the core tokens within the Shibarium ecosystem. What they revealed about BONE is not just fascinating, it's game-changing. BONE isn't simply a side token floating around the ecosystem. It actually plays a critical role in how Shibarium operates. BONE functions as the gas token for the entire Shibarium Layer 2 network, it powers governance through the DAO, and most importantly, it has a direct role in the Shiba Inu burn mechanism. Here's how it works. Whenever a transaction is made on Shibarium, gas fees are paid in BONE. A portion of those fees is collected, converted into Shiba Inu, and then permanently burned by sending them to dead wallets. This means that every single transaction on the network actively reduces the total supply of SHIB. On top of that, users can also go to the official Shiba Inu website and burn SHIB manually using the public burn portal. This dual mechanism is what makes the tokenomics of Shiba Inu truly powerful. Think about what this means in the long term. As more users adopt Shibarium and more BONE is used for transactions, more Shiba Inu gets burned. Each burn reduces supply, and with demand continuing to rise, basic economics suggests upward price pressure is inevitable. This is the long-term path to narrowing the gap between Shiba Inu's current price and that highly anticipated 1 cent target. Now, let's talk about whale activity, because this is where things get really exciting. In just the last 24 hours, whales moved over 615 trillion Shiba Inu tokens. Yes, Trillions. This is one of the largest single movements we've seen in weeks, and it's a clear signal that big players are positioning themselves ahead of something major. Market analyst Ryoshi explained that these types of massive whale movements often happen right before significant market events. Whales don't move trillions of tokens for fun, they do it with purpose, either to accumulate at low levels, prepare for a rally, or reposition strategically. The timing of this movement couldn't be more interesting. Shiba Inu has recently broken out of a prolonged period of sideways consolidation. After months of being stuck in a flat trading range, the token is now testing a critical resistance level that often acts as the dividing line between stagnation and explosive growth. Technical indicators, including the RSI, are showing bullish signals. Meanwhile, respected crypto analyst Javon Marks has pointed out the formation of a massive inverse head and shoulders pattern, one of the strongest bullish formations in technical analysis. According to Marks, Shiba Inu is currently in the final phase of this pattern, the last shoulder. If it completes, the result could be a rally that sends SHIB 4 to 5 times higher than current levels. That's not just speculation, it's backed by chart structure, momentum, and whale positioning. In fact, Mark suggested this could be the move that sparks a full-scale breakout, one that might take Shiba Inu into territory that seemed out of reach just a few months ago. With these technical setups forming, plus whales making aggressive moves, the signs are clear. Shiba Inu is building strength and may be gearing up for one of the biggest rallies in months. To put this into perspective, on July 23rd, Shiba Inu recorded one of the largest on-chain shifts we've seen in recent memory. Whale inflows into large wallets skyrocketed from under 20 billion tokens the day before to more than 4 trillion in just 24 hours. That's an increase of over 25,000%. This type of spike is rare and usually signals serious accumulation by those with deep pockets. Whether it's smart money positioning for a major announcement, insider confidence in what the developers are planning, or simply large holders preparing for a price rally, this level of accumulation strengthens the long-term vision of Shiba Inu. Here's why that matters. When whales lock away trillions of tokens, the circulating supply becomes tighter. Add in the consistent burns happening through Shibarium and the burn portal, and what you get is a recipe for supply shock. With supply shrinking and demand holding steady, or potentially rising with more adoption, prices naturally climb. That's the economic foundation for why the 1 cent dream remains alive. It may not happen overnight, but these movements are setting the stage for it. So what we're witnessing is a combination of developer innovation, whale accumulation, technical setups, and community engagement, all aligning at the same time. The developers are actively improving the ecosystem. The whales are loading up behind the scenes. The charts are showing bullish patterns. And the community continues to support burns and hold long-term. This synergy could be the spark that finally launches Shiba Inu into its next explosive chapter. The big question now is what you think. Do you believe these whale movements and new updates are the signals of a massive rally ahead? Could this be the start of a breakout that carries Shiba Inu closer to 1 cent? Let us know your opinion in the comments below. And if you want to keep up with the latest developments, make sure to check out the other videos available on this channel. With that, we've reached the end of today's breakdown. If you found this analysis helpful, don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss another Shiba Inu update. Missing out on critical news could mean missing out on opportunities, so make sure you stay informed. Also, please share this video with as many people as possible to spread the word and keep the community growing stronger.